disconnected.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Woodzman Adventures. Today is the day we rig up the Honda CRF300L, literally, with some Nelson-Rigg gear. This is the bag, the tank bag. It's a well-made bag. I've also used all the Nelson-Rigg gear on my Africa Twin, on my first CRF250L, on my second CRF250L, and now it's time to rig up this bike. I went ahead and took this tank bag off of my CRF250L and put on here just because there's some things I keep in here. I can just transfer this real quick back and forth from one bike to another, but I wanted to put a tail bag on here and some DUALSPORT saddlebags from Nelson-Rigg. So this is the Rig Gear SE3060 Hurricane DUALSPORT Enduro waterproof tank bag. This thing has been great. It definitely is waterproof. I've had this thing in some big downpours. Not a thing gets wet. I keep a lot of things up here like my cell phone and things that I need handy to carry on the trip or just local riding. It's real handy to take things out of here instead of having to get off the bike when you want to take things out of your tail bag or if you had saddlebags. So a tank bag is real nice. This is a perfect fit for the Honda CRF300L or the 250L because it's compact size. It don't interfere with anything. You can actually still get to your gas cap to take it off without having to remove the bag, which is a big plus, not have to take the bag loose just to get to your gas cap to fill up. So you just, it's right here, don't cover it at all. The next thing we're going to do is get out my tail bag and check it out. All right, so the new tail bag that I have is the RG1050, which is the same bag that I have on my CRF250L, and I absolutely love it. I've had a lot of different ones, and then when they came out with this Enduro DUALSPORT line of luggage, also for adventure bikes, this fit the bill perfectly for a DUALSPORT. It has the moly top, super good straps. We can strap it down pretty much anywhere you want on the tail rack. It's got a nice grab handle, so when you take it off, it's rubberized grip on here. And this one's actually a little different than my old one on my 250L because it has the Rig Gear in yellow. I think they wanted that just stand out a little more. Also has the Rig Gear logo up here. So kind of going to use a cheat sheet here because I can't remember all those specs. 10.5 inch long by 8.5 inch wide by 4.5 inches high, which standard is 6.5 liters is what it holds. Now, the way this thing is made, you unzip this all the way around. It's actually already unzipped. And when it's unzipped all the way around, that extends it up. And you're making it from 4.5 inches high to 7.5 inches high. So it's another 3 inches taller. And it is 11 liters instead of when it's low, it's 6.5 liter. So a huge difference just by extending that up. And then if you don't need it extended up like this, you just run this zipper all the way around. You're back nice and compact again. So the bag actually goes like this with the wide part toward the front. It fits these racks real good. This is actually a plastic rack here that I have, and it fits it real good. I've already tried my old bag off my 250L on here, so I know it does. Real quick and easy to strap this thing on. One thing nice about the longer straps areas, I can also put my roto packs on here, and then I can strap this right on top of my roto packs. So because that's about the size of a rotopack. So I'll read off some of the specs here because I'll never remember them all, like I said. Now, one thing about Nelson-Rigg that I don't have to read off because I already know is Nelson-Rigg, all their stuff, the tank bag, the saddlebags, everything I got Nelson-Rigg is a lifetime warranty. It's made out of the Ultramax fabric for maximum UV protection, and I can tell you one thing, all the luggage that I've ever had has never faded one bit after all these years or the sun has bothered it at all. It does have heavy duty buckles, and it actually does. I've never broke a buckle. I've never had a problem with a zipper. So it does have this reflective piping around it, which pretty much all the Nelson-Rigg stuff does. I believe this even has on the tank bag a little reflective piping around it. It does have the water resistant zippers, and they are lockable. So when you zip these zippers all the way back to the back shut, there is a hole that goes through here, and you can actually put a lock on them if you're afraid somebody's gonna steal something. It does have the inner self-fastening straps, which I'll show you here in a minute. And it does have the moly or moly panel lid. I've heard that both ways, not sure exactly, but there you go. You can see that. So you can strap all kinds of things on here, water bottles or fuel containers, whatever, onto these moly straps. So when we open this thing up on the inside, I will show you here. It has a thing in here showing all of Nelson-Rigg stuff. So they make stuff not just for DUALSPORTs. They make them for Harleys. They make them for Africa Twins, all the adventure bikes. They may even make rain gear for you to wear. They make bike covers, all kinds of good stuff. And there is an instruction here telling you how to actually strap it onto your bike. But when you open this up, so if you have some things like I do that I don't want moving around, inside here it has these Velcro straps. They're kind of at an X right now. So you can pull the Velcro strap loose, put whatever you want under that strap, even if it's something large, and you strap them back, cinch it tight, and it's going to hold whatever from moving around inside the bag. You can see the liner in this. It also does have kind of a rubber coating on the bottom to protect your bike if you was to strap it on a fender or something and you didn't want it scratching it up. So it does have a nice bottom on it. And inside here we have a zipper pocket with a mesh. Also have a couple places for pins or whatever. But this mesh pocket is real nice, and what I carry up here on my bike is I carry my charging cables. You can carry a cell phone or whatever. I can carry some maps and stuff up here that I don't want in the bottom in case I had some bottled water and it was to leak. Anything you keep up here is pretty much going to stay dry. So that's where I keep that kind of stuff. Okay, so what you want to do when you strap this thing on is you can get to this buckle like this, raise it up just like this. You can see this little strap right here. What this does is a place so the excess that you have left over, you can fold it up and put it behind this elastic strap to hold it in place. So just pull it out like that, run your strap through one of the fastening places on your rack, whatever you have. You can actually hook it to the frame if you wanted to. Just keep it away from your exhaust or any moving parts. We run this up like this, and then we run it right back through the second hole. Pull that down, and once you got it in a position where you want all four of them on, you can cinch them down. That bag won't go nowhere. It really does hold the bag solid. So I strap mine in all four places. I strap it forward a little bit, and I also strap it back a little bit, and that keeps it from moving any direction. All right, guys, so the next thing we have is the Rigg Gear Trails In RG020 Dual Sport Saddlebags. These things are really great because you don't have to have a rack system. A lot of bags that you put on, you actually have to have a metal framework here to hold your bags on. If you have hard panniers and you have to have something to hold them, or even a lot of soft bags require a framework to hold them in place. Well, the nice thing about these is it doesn't. You actually just put them over your seat. You can put them over your rack if you wanted to, and then put your tail bag on top of that. You just gotta make sure there's something behind it, like your number plate here, something to hold it from flopping. But you put this right over your rack like so. It actually has Velcro straps, and these Velcro straps make it to where, depending on the width of the bike, you can move this in or out to adjust it to fit your bike perfectly. So I want to adjust mine where it fits just like that, which is real good. It does have 4 D-rings on here too, which is a nice place. So you could, once you put this on, you have your tail bag on, you could actually strap some different things to these D-rings and have actually another bag, like a roll bag, a waterproof roll bag or something, to put right up here. And then we also have these straps. These straps actually help hold it all in position real nice. You can see the shape of these. So it's angled toward the front instead of angled toward the back where there's nothing back there. And they're going to stay up here where they're not going to get quite as dirty as they would if they was far to the back. So what we have here inside these is a nice big zipper. Bring it down just like this, and it extends out just like the tail bag does and adds a lot more to it. I'll have to look at the specs and see what that adds. So it shows here what we have is each, which per side, 14.5 inches long, 9 inches wide, 6 inches deep, and standard is 12 liters per side without it extended out like I have it now. Once you extend it out, the specs are the same except for the expanded part makes it 8 inches depth. So it adds another 2 inches wider if you need the extra space to carry more stuff. And it's 15 liters per side once you do that. So you got a total of 30 liters right here instead of 24 with them compressed in. Also, this is like everything else of Nelson-Rigg, it is lifetime warranty. It is also made of the Ultramax fabric, maximum UV protection, so it's not going to fade on you. It does have the reflective piping, just like the tail bag does. Pretty much made out of the same material as the tail bag. And it does have on the back side a non-slip, ultra non-slip stuff here that's supposed to help it from sliding around back here and scratching up your plastics and stuff. So it should sit there pretty good and not do a lot of damage. One cool thing about these dual sport bags is they have this pocket under here. And what this is really nice for on the bottom is you can put tools in here. So if you have a roll bag. You can see that it's pretty much the length of the bottom of the bag. So if you have a roll bag for tools, you can put in here. You can put spare tubes in here, all kinds. You can put your tire tools, tire irons, whatever inside this. So that just adds some extra storage to it that most bags are never going to have. So real nice setup. I really like these dual sport bags because they're not too big for a dual sport, but they're not something so small that you can't carry nothing either because of being expandable out 2 more inches. That makes a lot of difference. So all we need to do to close this back up is zip this zipper, kind of like the tail bag. We just zip it back around to where the zipper's up right here. And then the zipper right here in the middle, which is located down here. This is also a big, nice rubber handles on here, and it's also a lockable zipper like the tail bag is also. So we raise this up here, all the way up. And once we look inside here, it's made out of material about like the tail bag, real nice material. Look at all the room inside this bag. So this thing will hold a lot of stuff. By the time you load these down, you got a tank bag, you got the tail bag. For a big trip, this thing will hold a lot of stuff. So I actually put in here some extra clothes and stuff in both of these because it keeps it nice and dry. And then you can put a roll bag in here, a waterproof bag, if you're worried about anything getting wet, and put you some clothes in both sides. I can put tools in the bottom, and if I need more room, expand it out. So it works real good for that. All right, so once we open up this other side, this is going to be our latching, so we can latch this thing down, make it solid. Okay, one thing that I do like about these bags, they have this compression strap here. And what you do is, once you get these bags full as you want them, everything in them, you can pull this strap up. You can see how this wraps around here. And you just pull this thing tight. It'll pull everything in nice and secure and keep it tight so it's not flopping around. Makes it real solid and secure. Okay, so once you get your bags mounted where you want them, you can take this lower strap right here. So these buckles are pretty much like the same thing that's on your tail bag, if you have the Nelson-Rigg tail bag. So you can run it around your frame, run it around a foot peg, something where you're not obstructing any of the moving parts, and you want to make sure that it doesn't get up against your exhaust. And you'll run it through like that, hook it through the buckle, and then just cinch it down. And then it also has these elastic straps on right here, so you can get rid of this excess, fold it up, put it behind here so it's not flapping in the breeze on you. Pull it down tight just like that, and you're in good shape. And I can actually still get to my foot peg to open it up. My wife still has room to put her foot on the rear foot peg. Her leg goes right down over this. Okay, so now tying the rear part of the bag, we have these buckles here on the side, and it also comes with this strap. Now this strap can be used to hook over your fenders or on a rack. On mine, I'll be actually using it on the rack. So I could put it in over the rack like this. Once you have it clipped over the rack, you take these 2 straps here, pull it tight. That will hold it secure on there. So then we're going to take this strap right here. We're going to run it through this D-ring right here so it's nice and secure. We're going to go through this buckle here on the back of our saddlebags, like so. Run it back through the buckle. Then all we got to do is cinch that down, and your bags are not going nowhere. Same way on the other side. And now on both sides, you actually have some adjuster here. You can slide this back and forth to move this wherever you want. You also have the elastic straps that we can run the excess through and get that stuff out of the way. We can actually fold it back again and put it through there, and that's going to hold it nice and in place like that. I can adjust it a little more, get this a little more even, so both sides are going to fit exactly the same. All right, guys, so here we go. We got the Honda CRF300L rigged up with the Nelson-Rigg rig gear. We got the tail bag, saddlebags, tank bag. So I am ready to go on a venture, on a big ride somewhere, hopefully camping out. I got places for my hammock. I got places for my cookware and everything with all this set up. So I'm going to post a link below to all this right here. And if you check out my link below, you get a 20% off discount plus free shipping on all Nelson-Rigg products. So you can't beat that deal. So check out the links. Thank you all for watching. Click the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Ride on.